Welcome back to the channel, US Rare Coins News, Top 1. Today we are diving into one of the most iconic coins in American history, the 1973 Kennedy half dollar. Now, you might think it's just another half dollar sitting in your change, but some of these coins hide features that make collectors stop and take notice. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to see why this coin can be more than 50 cents in your pocket. At first glance, the 1973 Kennedy half dollar looks just like the familiar design we all know. President John F. Kennedy's profile dominates the obverse, crisp and proud, while the reverse features the presidential seal with the eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch. But here's the thing, not all Kennedy halves are created equal. Some 1973 coins have subtle variations, rare minting errors, and unique finishes that can make them surprisingly valuable. One of the most fascinating features collectors look for is a double die on the date or lettering. On certain coins, if you examine them under magnification, the numbers or letters appear slightly doubled, almost like the mint pressed the coin twice. There are also occasional die cracks, small rim anomalies, or slight variations in the edge reading. Most people would never notice these, but to collectors, these tiny details can transform a regular half dollar into a prized collectible. The historical context makes this coin even more interesting. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after JFK's assassination, and it was meant to honor the late president. By 1973, the coin was already a symbol of American history and culture. Holding one is like holding a piece of the era, a tangible connection to the 1970s and the memory of a beloved president. Another detail that matters is the mint mark. 1973 coins were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and even San Francisco, and each mark tells a story about where that coin came from. Some collectors chase coins from all three mints, and coins with exceptional quality or rare errors can fetch a significant premium. Now, let's talk value. Most 1973 Kennedy half dollars are worth just face value, but high-grade coins, proof coins, or those with noticeable errors can sell for $10, $20, or even over $50 at auction. The exact value depends on condition, minting details, and whether the coin has any unusual features that make it stand out. Even the way the coin was stored, in rolls, bags, or in a collector's case, can affect its worth. Do you own a 1973 Kennedy half dollar? Or maybe you found an error coin and didn't realize it? Comment below and tell me. Sometimes the coolest coins are hiding right in our change. When filming this coin, close-ups of Kennedy's profile, the lettering on the edge, and the presidential seal really bring the coin to life. B-roll of the coin spinning under light or compared side by side with a standard half dollar highlights exactly what makes it collectible. Spotting a double die or a die crack in these shots keeps viewers engaged and makes them want to check their own coins at home. Before we wrap up, remember this isn't just a piece of currency. It's history, a collectible, and a potential small investment if you know what to look for. The 1973 Kennedy half dollar combines iconic imagery, historical significance, and subtle minting quirks into one coin that deserves a closer look. Which coin in your collection is your favorite? Have you ever spotted a rare minting error? Comment below and share your story. If you enjoyed exploring this coin, hit like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. There's a whole world of coins waiting to be discovered. This script flows naturally, builds curiosity, includes mini cliffhangers, and suggests visuals and B-roll without breaking the conversational tone. Top 2. Today we are taking a look at a coin that isn't just currency, it's history in your hand. The 1967 Kennedy half dollar might seem ordinary at first, but there are secrets hidden in plain sight that make some of these coins highly collectible. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this half dollar can be worth far more than its face value. At first glance, the coin features the iconic profile of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse, sharp and detailed, with his familiar, resolute gaze. The reverse shows the presidential seal, an eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, surrounded by stars. But here's what most people don't know. The 1967 Kennedy half dollar was the first regular issue half dollar made mostly of copper and nickel instead of silver. That change alone makes it historically significant, but some coins have features that make them stand out even more. One of the most fascinating things collectors look for is a subtle doubling on the date or lettering, known as a double die error. On certain coins, the numbers or letters appear slightly doubled if you look closely. There are also occasional die cracks, rim anomalies, or even variations in the edge reading. To most people, these are just tiny details, but for collectors, they're what turns a standard coin into a collectible gem. 1967 was a turning point for the Kennedy half-dollar series. The coin had been first issued in 1964 with 90% silver, but by 1965, rising silver prices forced the U.S. Mint to switch to a clad composition. By 1967, all Kennedy halves were 40% silver, making them a favorite for collectors who value both history and metal content. A close-up shot of the coin's edge really shows that silver sheen, and it's details like this that keep collectors hunting. Mint marks are also important. 1967 coins were produced in Philadelphia and Denver, and while Philadelphia coins often lack a mint mark, Denver coins have a small d that can affect value for collectors completing a full set. Some collectors even seek coins with perfect surfaces, uncirculated, or with proof-like quality, which can increase market price dramatically. Now let's talk numbers. Most 1967 Kennedy half-dollars are worth around $2 to $5 in circulated condition, but uncirculated coins, proof coins, or coins with noticeable errors can sell for $20, $30, or even higher at auction. That's a significant jump from face value, which is why knowing what to look for can make all the difference. Do you own a 1967 Kennedy half-dollar? Or maybe you've spotted a rare error without realizing it. Comment below and share your story. Sometimes the most interesting coins are hiding right in our change. When showing this coin on camera, close-ups of Kennedy's profile, the lettering, the presidential seal, and the edge reading really make it pop. B-roll of the coin spinning under light or being compared side by side with a standard circulated coin helps viewers see exactly what collectors are looking for. Highlighting any subtle errors keeps the audience engaged and encourages them to check their own coins at home. Before we finish, remember this isn't just a coin. It's a piece of American history, a collectible, and a potential small investment if you know what to look for. The 1967 Kennedy half-dollar combines iconic design, historical significance, and collectible features in one coin that deserves a closer look. Which coin in your collection is your favorite? Have you ever found an error coin in your change? Comment below and let's talk coins. Top 3. Today we are diving into a coin that many people overlook, but collectors know can be a hidden gem, the 1983 D Kennedy half-dollar. You might think it's just another half-dollar in your pocket, but there's something about this coin that makes it stand out. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see why some of these coins can be surprisingly valuable and even collectible. At first glance, the 1983 D Kennedy half-dollar looks familiar. On the front, it features the iconic profile of President John F. Kennedy, his face sharp and detailed, and on the back, the classic presidential seal with the eagle holding arrows and an olive branch. But here's the thing, while most people see just a standard coin, some 1983 D halves have subtle details and minting quirks that make them worth a closer look. One of the things collectors check for is minor die errors. On certain coins, you might notice faint doubling in the date or lettering, or even small cracks along the rim. These aren't flaws in the coin, they're unique features that can turn an everyday half-dollar into a collectible. Some coins even have slightly misaligned strikes, which is another feature that makes them rare in the eyes of collectors. The D mint mark on this coin tells you it was produced in Denver. Mint marks matter because collectors often seek to complete sets from all mint locations. Even small differences between coins can affect value, especially when paired with a pristine finish or unusual characteristics. A close-up shot of the D can reveal these subtle variations, making it easier to see what makes the coin collectible. Now, here's a fun bit of history. By 1983, the Kennedy half-dollar had been around for nearly 20 years. After the initial silver issues in 1964, the coins switched to a copper-nickel clad composition, and by the early 1980s, circulation had slowed. Many of these coins didn't stay in circulation long, meaning well-preserved examples can be hard to find, which increases their value for collectors. when it comes to market value, most 1983 D. Kennedy half dollars are worth their face value in circulated condition, but uncirculated coins, proof-like finishes, or coins with noticeable minting errors can sell for $5 to $20 or more. Condition, rarity, and unique features make all the difference, which is why collectors examine each coin carefully under proper lighting and magnification. Do you own a 1983 D. Kennedy half dollar? Or maybe you've spotted a subtle minting error in your change. Comment below and share your story. Sometimes the most interesting coins are right under our noses. When filming this coin, focus on close-ups of Kennedy's profile, the lettering, the edge, and the D mint mark. B-roll shots of the coin spinning in light or being compared side by side with a standard half dollar help viewers see exactly what collectors are looking for. Highlighting subtle differences keeps the audience engaged and encourages them to inspect their own coins. Before we wrap up, remember this isn't just a half dollar. It's a piece of history, a collectible, and a potential small investment if you know what to look for. The 1983 D. Kennedy half dollar combines iconic design, historical significance, and collectible potential into one coin that deserves a second glance. Which coin in your collection is your favorite? Have you ever discovered a rare minting error? Comment below and share your finds. Top 4. Today we are taking a closer look at a coin that many people pass by without a second thought, but collectors know it has hidden value, the 2000 P. Kennedy half dollar. You might think it's just another half dollar in your pocket, but there's more to this coin than meets the eye. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why some of these coins are quietly sought after and even collectible. At first glance, the 2000 P. Kennedy half dollar looks familiar. The obverse features the classic profile of President John F. Kennedy, detailed and timeless, while the reverse shows the presidential seal with the eagle holding arrows and an olive branch. But here's what makes this coin interesting: subtle differences, minting quirks, and the story behind it can make it stand out for collectors. One feature collectors look for is a double die error. On certain coins, the date or letters might appear slightly doubled if you examine them closely. There are also occasional die cracks, rim anomalies, or slight misalignments in the strike. These small details are invisible to most people, but for collectors, they turn an everyday coin into something special. The P mint mark on this coin tells us it was produced in Philadelphia. Mint marks matter because some collectors aim to complete sets from all mint locations, and coins from different mints can vary slightly in finish or quality. In high-grade or uncirculated condition, these coins can become even more desirable. A close-up of the P mint mark under good lighting can reveal subtle differences that make a coin collectible. The Kennedy half dollar itself has an interesting history. First issued in 1964 to honor the late president, the series transitioned from 90% silver to copper-nickel-clad coins by the late 1970s. By the year 2000, these coins were primarily collector-oriented, with limited circulation, meaning well-preserved examples are less common and more valuable for enthusiasts. Now, let's talk value. Most 2000 P. Kennedy half dollars in circulated condition are worth their face value. However, uncirculated examples, proof-like coins, or coins with noticeable minting errors can sell for $5 to $15 or more. The key is condition, rarity, and any unique features the coin might have. Even small differences in finish or strike quality can make a big difference for collectors. Do you own a 2000 P. Kennedy half dollar? Or have you ever found a coin with an unusual error in your change? Comment below and share your story. Sometimes the most interesting coins are hiding right in plain sight. When showing this coin on camera, close-ups of Kennedy's profile, the lettering, the edge, and the P mint mark really make it pop. B-roll shots of the coin spinning under light or being compared side by side with a standard circulated coin help viewers see exactly what collectors are looking for. Highlighting any subtle errors keeps the audience engaged and encourages them to inspect their own coins at home. Before we finish, remember this isn't just a half dollar. It's a piece of history, a collectible, and potentially a small investment if you know what to look for. The 2000 P. Kennedy half dollar combines iconic design, historical significance, and collectible features in one coin that deserves a closer look. Which coin in your collection is your favorite? Have you ever spotted a rare minting error? Comment below and share your finds. If you enjoyed exploring this coin, hit like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. There's a whole world of collectible coins waiting to be discovered.